Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Sarah Jane. I'm a PR practitioner living in DC. I make content about life in DC, reading and writing. So if that interests you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe because it really does help support my channel. We are at the end of 2024, which feels so weird to say. I feel like this year just absolutely flew by. I look back on my life in 2024 and it was honestly such a blessing. I have so many really great memories and I'm just so thankful for the year. So I thought I would do a 2025 reset. As you guys know, if you guys have been on this channel, that I do resets every month, but I think a yearly reset is also very helpful to think about goals and intentions and reflections and all that fun jazz. So I thought we could take a little bit to reflect on 2024 and then we'll hop into 2025. I have a 2024 reset, which I'll link in the description below if you're interested in watching it. But I rewatched that video and I looked at my goals. I essentially had 3 goals and I just want to reflect on them real quick. So I'm going to say all 3 and then go through them one by one. So goal number 1 was to host one thing a month. Goal number 2 was to focus on my health. And goal number 3 was my finances. So going to goal number 1, which was host one night a month, that did not happen. That did not happen. I hosted once last year. That was in January. So I started the year off strong. That was a winter blues dinner party. I've been really interested in hosting dinner parties, but I just did not do it. I think because I think it was hard. I think it was really hard for me to do all the organizing and all that kind of stuff because I'd never really done it before. But I think if I had just stuck with it, I think it would have been a lot easier. But yeah, I just kind of fell off the wagon with that one. But that is okay because the whole point of doing a dinner party for me was to be more social, to build community, to strengthen my friendships by creating a space where we had more time together. And even though I didn't do that, I implemented something else instead. I started tracking my social hours. I read this book called Friend Forward, and it's an absolutely exceptional book about female friendships and how it's good for you and it's good for you to feel like you have a community. I absolutely love that book and I totally recommend it. And in that, the woman talked about how pre-COVID, we used to spend 6 hours a week at minimum socializing with one another. And so I took that concept and I started implementing into my life. So instead of dinner parties, I started tracking my social hours and making sure that I hit 6 social hours a week. And I think I missed a week here or there, but for the most part, I always hit my 6 hours of social time a week. And I'm so happy because what it did is it forced me to create plans with people. I am someone that I will sit on my couch and I will read all night. It won't bother me at all. I love it. I love spending time with my books and writing and reading and yeah, okay. And then my dog and my husband will be there. But what it did was it forced me to be proactive. So instead of just going to things that my friends are planning, instead creating opportunities for us to socialize. So if people are inviting me to things, that's great. And that counts towards my social hours, but I am also curating time to spend time with my friends. So going out to dinner, going ice skating, going to the movies, whatever I thought would be great for my social hours, I would do that so that I could hit 6 hours. So it caused me to be proactive. And I can tell I really fulfilled this goal because I hosted my birthday at the end of the year and I just invited so many people and so many people showed up for me and it was amazing. And it was the first time in the 4 years that I've lived in DC that I actually feel like I have a community and friendships here. And it was the most amazing feeling. And I do have friends, and before that I did have friends and all that good jazz, but it just visually showed me you have so many people that you have invested your friendships with and that care about you, and it just felt so good. So even though I didn't host as much as I wanted to, I did the end goal, which was to create community. I feel like I rambled about that so long, but I'm so passionate about it. I think it's so important to surround yourself with community. Okay, moving on to number 2, focusing on my health. So that was not only physical health, that was spiritual health, that was mental health, that was all of the health. And yes, I did do that. I spent a lot of time at the doctor's office. So, I started going to therapy back in January of 2023. Absolutely love that. I'm still seeing my therapist. I think it's great. I've become so much more in tune with my mental health, and it's amazing. I absolutely highly recommend it and love it. I use Talkspace. This isn't sponsored or anything, but that's through who my insurance is through. But then for physical health, it was a huge year. There were things that I could tell that weren't right with my body, and I felt like so many people weren't listening to me, and I stuck with my gut and said, I'm going to the doctor. Something is wrong. And I'm so glad I did, because it led me going to a specialist, which led me getting lots of blood work done and finding out things that were not going right with my body and being able to balance them and fix them. So I am not completely there yet in my physical journey. I'm not completely there yet in that health journey, but I am I've been taking so many steps to get there in 2024. And I'm so glad I listened to my gut. So if you're someone who feels like something is not going right with your health, listen to your body. Don't let other people dissuade you. Only you know what you're feeling and what your body needs, and seek the right doctors. I even had a doctor at the beginning of the year who was not wanting to see me and who was telling me all these kind of things. And so I stopped seeing him and I went and I got a second opinion. And I totally recommend that you are an advocate for your health, because we only have one body. So anyways, I totally took care. I totally took my health in my hands, and I'm so glad I did that. And last up was finances, which was to continue my debt-free journey, which we totally did. I used to share a lot more of my debt-free journey here on my channel. I don't do it as much ever since I got married, because I feel like it's not just my money now, it's me and my husband's money, and I just don't want to put that on the internet anymore. But we are still trucking along on having healthy finances. That was my 2024 goals and intentions, and I got 2 of the 3, and I'm honestly just happy about it, because even though I didn't get the dinner party one, I feel like I won anyways, because I got what I needed out of that intention. So with all that being said, that's what I had planned for 2024. So let's go ahead and skip on over to 2025. So this is my 2025 roadmap is what I'm calling it, because if you guys watched my 2025 writing goals, I talk about it like a roadmap, and I kind of liked that analogy continuing forward into my 2025 overall goals. And then this is the first year I've ever made a vision board. I know that's crazy to even think about, but yeah, I've never made a vision board before, and I absolutely loved it. I think it is so great, especially because I'm a visual person. I don't know why it took me so long to make one. So anyways, this is my vision board. You will see lots of images of hosting parties. We're going to do it. We're going to get there. This is a mock cover on the left-hand side of Project Crown. Project Crown is my Greek mythological fiction adult novel that I've been working on for the past year and a half. And I'm hoping if you want to watch my 2025 writing roadmap, you will go see the full plan, but I am really trying to query that book this year. But that is a mock cover that I made for myself, just to kind of give myself a little bit of inspiration. And you'll see other photos like getting outdoors, hiking, ice skating, all that kind of fun stuff. So my word of the year this year is going to be peace. Now, with that being said, just so you guys know, my word of the year last year was fulfillment, and I definitely feel like I was fulfilled, and I'm really happy with that. So going into 2025, I really love the idea of peace, because I feel like peace can mean so many things, right? Peace and acceptance when something doesn't go right. Peace in gratitude of something going well. Peace in things that you can't control. Just being centered and finding peace in whatever the situation is. And I really want to embrace that this year, because I feel like this year is the year that I have so many unknowns going into my life. I feel like, it's not a goal in this list that I'm about to show you guys, but we might move. It would still be locally. I'd be in the DC area, but we might move into a bigger home. We might have other things that go on in our personal lives, and I just want to be at peace with all of it. So I'm channeling that energy. So that's my word of the year. I had this one quote since 2023, and I really love it. And so I've kept it on my Notion board, which is, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we do it daily. And it's just a reminder to me that discipline and repetition is what gets to the finish line, not necessarily motivation. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not motivated all the time, but I am very disciplined. My husband will tell you that. Okay, let's get into my goals. So I have 7 goals for 2025. So getting into it, first of all, is finish Project Crown. I would love to finish writing Project Crown. I'm currently on draft 2. And it's currently out with beta readers, and which is crazy to even say. I've talked about it before here on this channel, how sending my book to beta readers gave me freaking me out a little bit. But I have officially, as of yesterday, sent the manuscript off to beta readers, and I plan on starting draft 3 in February, based on the feedback that I kind of get from that. And I want to finish all the drafts of Project Crown, and I want to start querying it. So that is like kind of my big major goal when it comes to writing. 2 is to get a literary agent. So like kind of feeding into that. Not only do I want to finish Project Crown, I really want to get a literary agent. And I know that the timeline for that is kind of mysterious. Like it could take a month, it could take 6 months, it could take a year. Maybe it doesn't even get a literary agent because no one views a market for it. So, there's all kinds of things up in the air, but I'm really hoping that I can at least get a literary agent and start the publication process, because I do want to be traditionally published. Okay, next up is to read 70 books. So I did read 60 books in the year of 24. I actually read 61, and I was going to do like a reading wrap up. I just kind of ran out of time though, because I'm leaving for Scotland actually tonight. So I'm filming this and I'm going to be releasing it while I'm gone. But I just read a lot, and I think that was great for 2 reasons. 1, it helped with my mental health. And then 2, I think it's really great in terms of like being a better writer is when you read other books. I really loved it from that aspect. Probably when I get back, I might do a book wrap up. We'll see. I don't know. Okay. Anyways. Next up is to hit 10K on YouTube. I really, really want to hit this goal. I would love to hit 10K. That's all I'm going to say about it. So if you like my channel or you like my videos, please feel free to share, because your girl really wants to get to 10K. Next is to continue my financial health. And so I think, right now my husband and I don't have kids, and we want to really set ourselves up. Money is one of those things that people don't always love to talk about, but it is so important to position yourself where you're in a financially healthy place. And so that's just what my husband and I really want for us, is just to continue positioning ourselves that way, especially because DC is such an expensive area. Yeah, that's all I want to say about that. And then okay, next is to plan 3 dinner parties. So instead of last year's goal, which was a little bit too ambitious, which was to plan a dinner party every single month, I just want to plan 3. That's it. Just 3. So it's not even quarterly. It's just 3 times, and I think I can do that. I don't know when, but I think I can. And then last but not least, I want to lose some weight. I'm not going to talk about numbers or anything like that, because I would just want to keep that to myself. But I think that now that I've taken such progress on my physical health in terms of making sure that everything works the way it does and is supposed to, I can then take that next step, which is to, implement a healthy lifestyle. And so I like to think I'm decent right now. I do hit 10,000 steps a day in the summer and in the fall and in the spring. I'm a pretty avid runner, and in the winter I ice skate a lot. But I think I could do a little bit better of integrating weightlifting. I haven't done it in a while, but I don't think traditional weights are going to be it for me. So I think for strength training, I'm going to probably turn to things like a bar workout, which I've heard is really great. I want to add one other thing to my current lifestyle that promotes strength training, because I think that will help with sort of my fitness goal that I'm trying to achieve this year. So anyways, those are all of my goals for 2025. I think they're all achievable. I mean, at least I'd like to think so. And I just have such good feelings about 2025, and I just can't wait. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because it really does help support my channel. And let me know in the comments below what you guys have planned for 2025. Is there one big goal that you're moving towards? I would just love to know. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in another one. Bye.